What up, YouTube? Tim Moves here. Since this month, I'm doing my reviews for February films. Here is my review for a 1999 classic, or I should say comic classic, and that is the 1999 comedy Office Space. Now, Office Space, of course, was directed by Mike Judge. The same guy who gave us King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead, Silicon Valley, Idiocracy. I mean, Mike Judge is the man. And in 1999, he gave us a really funny comedy, which was Office Space. Now, this is of course a comedy that takes place during during office hours. It's mostly a workplace, like a comedy that takes place in the workplace and all. And you got this corporate drone named Pierre Gibbons, portrayed by Ron Livingston, who hates his soul killing job at this software company, Intech. And so while undergoing this hypnotherapy, Pierre is left in this blissful state when his therapist ends up dying in the middle of their session. And so he ends up refusing to work overtime. He instead he plays games at his desk and intentionally charms at these two consultants into putting him on the management fast track. But Pierre's friends also, learn that they're, about to be downsized, so they hatch out a revenge against the company. And it's actually all inspired by Superman 3, believe it or not. And you had some really interesting casts here, you had Jennifer Aniston was in this film. Uh, you even had David Herman, Ajay Najdu. You of course had, you even had Stephen Root, Gary Cole was in this. You had Richard Ryle. You had John C. McClinley. I mean, this movie is a really hilarious one. It has some really funny quotes in this. Um, and of course, Steve Root is, who does not love Steve Root? He is so good in this film. Gary Cole portraying Bill Lumberg is really hilarious. I mean, I guess you could say this was like a film version of The Office before The Office became what it was. Anyway, and Gary Cole playing the. Of course, you guys don't know. Gary Cole is also on that TV show Next. Gary Cole is so good as the boss in this. I mean, him as the boss of Bill Lombard. Probably he is in my top 10 favorite on-screen movie bosses of all time. Gary Cole is so funny in this. He plays his role really well. You could really, he definitely feels like a. He definitely, feels like he could be those douchey bosses and all that. I mean, ever since Office Space came out, there has been Office Space, you know, films and all, such as the Belko Experiment, which also had John C. McClellan in it. If you look at it, that was like a horror version of Office Space. But anyway, yeah, Jennifer Aniston was also pretty good in this. I mean, of course, in the '90s and all, Jennifer Aniston did do stuff like Friends, and so this was like pretty much the film that really put her on the map as a film actress. She's done like films before, such as Leprechaun and whatnot. But anyway, this film, and of course, lots of TV shows or films has even parody Office Space, such as the episode of a Family Guy. Remember the episode where Brian and Stewie was going out to destroy Pierre's Bird of the Word record? That was actually a parody of Office Space. Yeah, I mean, Office Space. Lots of people say is a really, one of the most funniest comedies of that. I mean, 1999 was probably a really awesome year for comedies. Out of all the nights, I say 1999 was probably the best year of comedies. Because that year we had stuff like, the South Park movie. We had Office Space, Big Daddy, America Pie. I mean, what a talk about a really cool year for comedies of that year. But Office Space, I mean, of course, it premiered back on Office Space actually premiered on February 19th, 1999. And it's a comedy that still holds up today. It's a cult favorite among lots of moviegoers. It's a very influential comedy. I mean, Ron Livingston is also really hilarious. I love Ron Livingston. That dude's always the best. But man, if you guys have not really seen Office Space, you can find it on Hulu. You can actually find it on Fandango, Apple TV. You can find it on a couple streaming services. But yeah, Office Space is so good, man. Too bad they never done a sequel. I was always surprised that we never got to see an Office Space sequel. But hey, I guess not every comedy needs a sequel, you know. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Have you ever seen Office Space? If so, what story? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? What are some favorite parts in Office Space? Some of your favorite moments? Some of your favorite quotes? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. This is Tim Russo.